And let's begin. It's going to roll out the shoulders. Big shoulder rolls, as big as you can. And then let's switch to rolling shoulders forward. Good, then we'll circle the waist. And then we'll switch directions. Good, now let's circle the knees. And then we'll circle other direction. And come on back up, let's circle ankles. And other direction. And to the other side. And other direction. Good, good. Now let's go back up to the knees, lean on the back leg, relax the straight leg, and just move that kneecap around, rubbing vigorously up and down, left and right. Circular movements. And switch sides. Pretty good. Okay, let's come up to the upper body now, making figure 8 here with the fingertips. And then we'll switch sides, switch directions. Good. Okay, so let's go back to the hips and we'll circle the knees. Bring it across the body, up, and gently put it down. All right, a couple more. Nice, okay. So now let's bring the arms up in front. One goes up, one goes down. And then to the sides. And then switch in front. And to the sides. And then we'll switch in the opposite direction. And right there, relax. Good. So now let's swing. Keep the heels down. Bend the knees. Always swing side to side. Allowing the arms to slap the lower back. Completely relaxing the arms. Now we'll turn the toes out. Now we turn the heels out. And then we'll relax here. And relax. And we'll come standing with feet together. And we'll inhale here, sinking the chi. Arms float. And exhale, gently pressing down. Tip of the tongue moves to the roof of the mouth. And exhale. Shoulders relax down even as the hands float up. One more time, sinking the chi. And then the left foot floats out to the side. Arms float up in front. Open the door. Commencing. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale. Again, tip of the tongue, roof of the mouth. As we sink down, we keep the pelvis neutral. All right, so we tuck the bum underneath slightly. Last one, sinking down, and then swing side to side. Step a little wider, sink down into the heels, keep the heels rooted down. Over to the other side into cloud hands. This one floats up, raise your palm. Over to the other corner, paint the corner, read the other palm. Rotating corner to corner, shifting, pulling. Lifting the chin so the head floats up like a balloon. Everything else sinks into the floor. Waving hands like clouds. Couple more. Now over to that side again, and the hook, 5 fingers touching, hooking to the wrist, and the other hand keeps waving, a single whip. Inhale, scoop. Exhale, raise your palm and wave. Shift and turn. Let's do one more like this. Now let's add in a T-step. These toes come back and touch. Stepping out gently and wave. Inhale, T-step. Exhale, bow step. Couple Couple more. And let's sink into this and hold this for a couple of breaths, just relaxing, shoulders down, elbows down. And then scoop under, back into cloud hands. Both hands moving, paint the corners, read your palms. Stay nice and low, keep the shoulders level, so we're only rotating corner to corner, we're not leaning. One more. Tip of the tongue still on the roof of the mouth. And now we move to single whip on the other side, so this wrist strikes out. And then wave. Wind up, inhale. Exhale. Good, now let's add in the T-step and the bow step. T-step, wind up to this corner. Bow step, exhale away. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Read the palm, exhale, turn, press. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, freeze here. Now sink in, relax the shoulders down. And then come back to the center, hugging the tree. Put it down. And then sink the chi. Inhale, arms float up. Exhale, melt down. Open the door in front. And sink down. So this time we'll scoop up the middle. Two hands, inhaling all the way up overhead. Not locking the knees, not locking the elbows, keeping them all slightly bent. And then slowly down to the side, keeping the wrists bent. Feel a stretch on the fingers. And then inhale up. Two palms holding up the heavens like a pillar. And exhale down. And as we sink down, I'm still tucking my bum underneath me slightly. Lifting the neck, lifting the head. Inhaling all the way up. Exhaling. Qigong move from the 8 pieces of brocade. Inhaling the two palms all the way up, holding up the heavens. Exhaling down. Movement is following the breath. Let's do 2 more. Sinking the chest. And down for the last time. And then sink the chi. Inhale. Exhale. Open the door. Commence. Swing side to side. Now we'll hold the ball on each side. We'll embrace the moon right here in the corner. One hand on top of the other. And switch sides. One hand's directly in front of the belly button, or just below the belly button rather, by my belt buckle. The other hand in front of the throat. And then from this side here, we'll part the wild horse's mane. The top hand drops down to the table. The other hand throws the frisbee to the corner. And circle them around, wind up to this corner. Do it again. Throw that frisbee, and the hand that's throwing that frisbee stays in front of the body. It's the body that's rotating, the body that's turning from corner to corner, not the arm that's moving out. So one more like this, then we'll add in the T-step. Now let's add in the T-step and the bow step. Inhaling. Gently stepping out. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One last time, and we'll hold it here on the last one. Sinking into this, shoulders down, this hand right next to my hip on the table, flat. So the palms at about 45 degrees. And then we'll swing side to side and hold the ball on each corner. Embracing the moon. We'll try to make this one move, so I'm not actually stopping here. I just get there and float in the opposite direction immediately. Last one here. Over to the other side for part the wild horse's mane. From here, throw that frisbee. Top hand drops down onto the table. Circle around, wind up. Shift in and rotate. There's a big shift here as well as a rotation. There is in pretty much everything we do, a big shift and a big rotation. One more like this. And we'll add in the T-step and the bow step. Wind up, stepping out. And the feet move the same speed as the hands, right? So I'm not just dropping onto that foot, I'm gently putting it down, shifting in, rotating. Two more. Last one. Parting the wild horse's mane. Staying here now, sinking down, my front elbow's over my knee, my back elbow's over the back knee. Sinking into that back heel, both knees are bent, 70% of my weight on the front leg. The body is upright, the tailbone is dropped, and the head is floating out. And from here, hug that tree, put it down, sink the chi. Inhale. Exhale. Open the door in front. Paint the door frame. Swing side to side again. And again, it's just one move, right? I'm not coming up to the top and then stopping and then going the other direction. This up movement just floats into the downward movement. Now one hand swings forward and the other hand lands on the table. So as I swing down here, the following hand goes forward, the leading hand goes on the table. And switch. And switch. I'm staying low in my legs for now. Now I'll lift the knee under the elbow, shift over, stand tall and float up. And reach out with the toes, switch sides. Lift the knee, then float up. Sink down, then reach out. Golden rooster stands on one leg. From the side, you can see my arm isn't very bent, right? It's around, but I'm not bending it a lot, right? It's around and forward. My heel is tucked underneath me. Reaching out, striking to the eyes with the fingertips and the groin with the knee at the same time. Golden rooster stands on one leg. Couple more. Remember, the feet move the same speed as the hands. Good, last one now. We'll hold this one for a couple of breaths. Standing tall on that standing leg. Fingertips on the hand right in front of your nose, right in front of your eyes. Toes pointing down on this foot, but it's relaxed ankle. Sink, switch sides, do it again. We'll hold. Toes pointing down, but relaxed. Heel pulled back. And then hug that tree. And put it down. All right, sink the chi. Inhale. Exhale. Open up in front. Inhale. And exhale. Good. So now let's scoop up the middle. Inhaling, halfway up, one hand pushes down, other hand pushes up. And then exhale down to the side. To the other side now. Inhale. One hand pushes down, one hand pushes up, fingers facing the middle. Exhale down. Tip of the tongue stays on the roof of the mouth. Tailbone stays tucked underneath. Chest stays sunken. And we keep the arms and legs slightly bent. And the spine too. Well, the saying goes, the body carries 5 bows. In other words, the arms, the legs, and the spine all are bent like a bow. Tip of the tongue, roof of the mouth, just behind the teeth, inhaling up. Exhaling down. Another Qigong posture from the 8 pieces of brocade, the 8 pieces of silk. Let's do one more each side. And then we'll sink the chi here. Back to the beginning, shoulders stay down. Chest sinks. Arms float up in front, open the door. And down. And we'll swing side to side again. I'm going to step a little wider here. Sink into my legs. Keep the body upright, keep the bum tucked underneath. Now I'll forget about one hand, so the hand that's on top, the hand that's leading right now, that will stay behind. Just to keep that on my waist, the other hand floats up across my face like I'm swatting a fly. And then down onto the table and wipe the table. Turn, turn, turn. Keep the hand in front of the body. Swat the fly, the body rotates. So as the body is making that move, inhale, exhale. Let's do one more. Inhale, exhale. Now forget about that hand. Other hand floats up to my ear, like I'm holding a soccer ball on my shoulder. Fingers leading, points to the corner, sink the wrist, keep the elbow bent, keep the bow, in, through again, and sink. Inhale, exhale, last one. Now we'll swat the fly, both hands, one goes down, one goes up. Wipe the table and push. Inhaling, sinking into the back leg, but I'm not sticking my bum out. I'm still tucking it under, keeping the body very upright. Two more like this. Head floats up, everything else sinks down. Try not to extend the arm too much when you push. Keep that elbow bent, shoulder down. Let's add in the T-step now. So, inhale, swat the fly. Exhale, reach out and push. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And there's a real tendency here to push too far and to lean in because you want to do more. It's just what we're taught. It's how we're raised to achieve more, to go further. All right, here it will stay here. We'll sink into this one. And you can see I'm not leaning in. I'm not trying to push further. I'm staying within my bounds. Back knee is bent. Heel is rooted down. Head floats up. Everything else sinks. Brush knee and push. And we'll swing now side to side again. Good. Now the hand that's leading right now, that's just going to drop to my waist while the other one swats the fly. Swing it up. Swat the fly. Wipe the table. Inhale. Turn, turn, turn from the waist. Exhale, wipe. Inhale. I'm trying to lengthen, really. My head is floating up. Suspended from the crown of the head. Let's forget about this hand after it's wiped the table now. And the other hand swings up to my ear, like I'm holding the ball on my shoulder. Fingers go forward, and then the wrist sinks in, and the elbow stays bent, the shoulder stays down. Let's do that again. Not leaning in. Last one. Now let's add in that fly swatter. So, one goes down, one goes up, one wipes the table, other one pushes. Sinking. Let's do two more like this. Last one like this, then we'll add in the T-step after this. Inhale. Gently, feet moving, same speed as the hands, exhale. The tendency is for the balance to go, and then we drop onto that foot. We want to maintain control. Let's do two more. I feel the rib cage expand as I inhale gently. Exhale, sink into this one, staying here. One hand's on the table right by my hip, just like in brush knee push. Other one's shoulder down, elbow bent. Sink into that back heel, and I'm rooting into that back heel. That's where my power is coming from for the push. And then we'll hug the tree, come back to the middle, put it down, sink the chi. Inhale. Exhale. Open up in front, open the door. Good. So now I'll go a little wider, turn my toes out a bit more. And I'll swing the arms out here, cross this one in front, wrist in front. That hand pulls the bowstring. The other hand, index finger points to the ceiling, and I shift over and open the bow, draw the bow. And I'll switch sides. Other hand swings in front. Those fingers draw the bowstring, and this other one, index finger to the ceiling. Push the bow away. Inhale, switching sides each time. And exhale. So I'm still trying to keep the chest sunken, even though I'm drawing my shoulder blades together. I'm not squeezing them. I'm just gently drawing together, sinking the chest. And of course, I can feel a stretch in my finger as that wrist is extended, or flexed rather, sorry. Inhale. And exhale. So just draw the bow and shoot the arrow. Inhale. Exhale. And look where that fingers is. Look at the tip. Keep the tip of my tongue on the roof of my mouth, just behind the teeth. And of course, I'm not locking the elbow as I straighten that arm out, pushing it out. Head floats up, shoulders sink down, everything below the shoulders sinks into the ground. Let's do one more each side. Nice. Drop them down. Oh, hug that tree. Then put them down and sink a chi. Inhale. Exhale. Open the door in front. And down. Now we'll swing side to side again. It's just a transitional move. And then we'll float up into cloud hands here. Turning corner to corner. And again, you want to feel those heels rooting down. As I switch from this side, the power comes off that heel, up the leg, across the waist to the other shoulder. All right, so I want to feel like a whip-like power coming from the heels up to the palms. If I did it quickly, it would crack like a whip. Good, we'll do one more. Now we'll come halfway across in cloud hands, and then spread our wings. One hand on the table, other hand like I'm looking in a mirror up here. And then Switch hands, switch arms. And switch. And the fingers brush the forearm on the way down. And then I'll tap my toe in front, just touching it down. And then switch. And touch. A white crane spreads its wings. Arms around, right? So I'm deflecting up and separating a pair of arms that would be grabbing me. And then this move, usually in the sequences and the forms, goes into rush, knee, and push. Because that's what naturally follows this movement in a hand-to-hand combat sequence. Good, couple more. So this one here, come up into white crane spreads wings and then reach down, keeping the weight on the back foot for the needle at the C bottom. And come up. And switch. White crane becomes the needle at the C bottom. And up. Inhale, open. Exhale, sink down. So we're normally exhaling when we're sinking down, when we're lowering. Inhale, expand. Exhale, sink. No weight on that front foot. And keep the back as straight as possible. Try not to crunch down. Think about reaching forward as opposed to going down. Let's do a couple more. Last one. Tip of the tongue, roof of the mouth, reaching. No weight on that front foot. Come on up, hug the tree. Put it down on the sinklety. Inhale. Exhale. Open up in front, open the door. And down, good. Let's swing. Inhale up. Exhale down. Good, now over to this corner here and we'll cross the wrists and then wave both hands. And then scoop to this corner, so I'm going to turn to face the corner, wave both hands. Turn to face this corner. One hand's waving directly towards you and the other hand's out to the side. So I'm opening my arms 45 degrees each while I face the corner. The hand that's facing you, the one that goes towards you, that goes underneath. Now I lift my knee under the elbow, and that goes directly to the elbow. So the knee opens out as well, 45 degrees from where I'm facing. Scooping, inhaling up, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. In and out. Now just extend the leg, kicking forward with the heel. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Step up and kick with heel. Doesn't have to be high. So you could even, if you don't have the balance, tap your heel down in front. You don't have to kick. That would be an empty step. Or you could kick to knee level. Or you could come up a little higher and kick to hip level. And kick as high as you like. You inhale, turn, 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 scoop. Try to keep the circular wave moving as you kick. There's a tendency to stop when you extend the leg. And of course, we're not locking the knee, we're not hyperextending the knee. Still keep those 5 bows. Let's do one more kick each side. And then we'll hug the tree, put it down, sink the chi. Open the door. And sink, and then we'll swing side to side again. And this creaky floorboard. Good. So from here, I'm going to swing up over my shoulder, both hands, not above the ear, just over the shoulder, and then down in front, diagonally. Switch sides, right over the shoulder, but I'm not leaning, right, keeping my shoulders level. Never leaning sideways in Yang style Tai Chi. In most styles, in fact, only Wu style do we lean sideways. And then the hand that goes first over the shoulder, that makes a gentle fist, very gentle. Other hand follows. Almost like I'm holding a basketball in my hands. Deflect downwards and parry. Now let's lift that knee, make that circle again like we did earlier on. So big circle. Turn the toe up, gently put it down. Same on this side. No leaning, just rotating. And of course the body still carries 5 bows, so the limbs and the spine are still relaxed and bent, coiled basically, like a bow. Deflect downwards and parry. So one hand, imagine a push coming in. This one deflects down, the other hand pushes the person back. Or it just traps the elbow or traps the shoulder. Let's do one more each side. Good. Hug that tree. Bring it back. Put it down. Sink the chi. Inhale. Exhale. Open the door. Open up in front. Down. Good. So now I'm going to shift over, turn to the corner and swing my back hand around. Other hand can go to my waist. Shift, rotate, and then slap. 2 more. Slap. Last one. Slap. Good. Don't forget about that hand. Leave it out there. The other hand, as I shift back, like I'm drawing my 6 gun up to the ribs. Gentle fist, thumb on top, punches right past that palm. Shoulder down, elbow bent. Be the bow. Carry the 5 bows. Again, draw the 6 gun and punch it forward. The fist is vertical and it's very relaxed. Like I could put a thumb inside my fist. I could put a finger inside that fist. That's how gentle it is. I'm not squeezing. Big rotation here though. Now let's add that slap back in. Parry and punch. Inhale, parry. Exhale, punch. Inhale, parry. Exhale, punch. Let's do one more on this side. Inhale, we'll stay there now. Exhale. Sink in. We're in that bow stance again. It's like a warrior one, a short warrior one with the back knee bent. And then the palm is inside the elbow. Chest is sinking. Head is floating up. Arms and shoulders are sinking. And then we'll just hug that tree. Bring it back, put it down. Back to the beginning, sink the chi. Open the door in front. And down. Now the other side. So I'm going to shift over. And then slap. Big wide swing. Circle it around. And swing. Good, leave it out there. Now shift back, draw your six gun, and then thumb on top, punch it out. Up, and punch. Inhale, tip of the tongue, roof of the mouth. Exhale. One more. And rotate, wind up. Good. Now add the slap back in. One goes forward, one goes back. One comes back, one goes forward. A big rotation here to throw that punch. Back heel rooted down. That's where the power is coming from. Last one. We'll stay there on this next one. Sink in. Relax shoulders, float the head up. And we'll hug that tree back to the middle, put it down, sink the chi. Open up in front, open the door, commence. Same thing we do at the beginning of every form. Now we'll swing side to side, and we'll hold the ball on each side. Embrace the moon here, in front of the body, and then as we turn to the other corner, right here. And here. One more like this. Now on this next one, we'll ward off. So it's like parting horse's mane, right? Top hand drops down onto the table. The other arm, I'm hugging the tree. And then I'll circle around, wind up, do it again. Top hand down onto the table. And this one, hug the tree. Palms facing my chest. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. Reading my palm. Shoulder down, elbow down. Elbows relaxed. Good. This one time will stay there, and the back hand on the table floats up to the elbow, and they swing to the other corner. And the hands meet. Backhand presses forward into that hug the tree position again, reading your palm, and then swing. Roll back and press. Swing. And press one last time. Roll back. And press. Now we'll separate the hands. Pull back in a big circle down to the hip bones, pushing forward and up. Keep the elbows bent. As we come back, we go a little wider than the shoulders, and as we go forward, we're closer, hip width, pushing upwards, under the ribs. Last one. Now we'll wave and go to the other side. So, one hand waves, scoops under, hold the ball, embrace the moon here. Now ward off, top hand on the table, other hand, reach your palm. Turn the body. Inhale, wind up. So that arm that's pressing away, that's warding off, it stays in front of my body as my body is turning. My palm ends up facing directly to the center of my chest. Last one like this, and that other hand just lands flat on the table. It's a flat table, right? So try not to let the fingers collapse down. Now reach to the elbow and then swing. The hands meet. Press back into that hug the tree position with that one arm. Read your palm. Swing. And press. Swing. And press. Swing. And press. Good. Now we'll separate. Withdraw and push. So circle back down to the hip bones. Push forward and up. Inhale, a little wider. Exhale, a little closer. 2 more. As I'm shifting forward, I'm trying not to let my knee go beyond the base of my toes, right? In that bow stance, not shifting too far forward. Good. Let's wave to the other side. Add in a T-step, hold the ball, embrace the moon, and ward off, stepping out, ward off, read your palm, reach up, and roll back, swing. Hands meet, turn to that front leg, and press. Pull and push, withdraw and push around the world. Over to the other side, wave. Scoop, ward off, reach, roll back, stay back, turn to that front leg now, press, withdraw and push. Let's do one more time each side, wave, T-step, ward off. Big turn, keep the hand in front of the body. Reach, swing, roll back. And press. Withdraw and push. Last one, other side, wave, add in the T-step. Ward off. Roll back, press, and push, and that's called grasping the bird's tail. Those 4 moves together, wave, and down. Now let's cross the wrists, scooping, floating up in front, uncrossing, and sink down. Inhale, scoop. Exhale, melt down. As you melt down, make sure you're tucking your bum underneath, your tailbone tucks under, head floats up. Inhale. Tip of the tongue, roof of the mouth. Last one. Standing tall on this one, not bending the knees too much. Good. Now let's float that left foot back in. And we'll sink the chi. And relax, shake it out. Good. So from the side, when I sink down, when I sit down into my horse stance, what tends to happen is people do this, they sit back, right? And that pelvis tips forward. So what I want to do is keep my pelvis neutral Imagine my body is against the wall back here as I sink down. It's almost like I'm leaning back, but I'm not leaning back. And I sink the chest. Shoulder blades down the spine. So I'm always round in front here. I'm never sitting down like this. I'm always round. Body very upright. The crown of my head should be directly over the perineum. So if I put a pole right here, in fact I will right now. If I put this cane right here, as I sink down, crown of my head should be directly over my perineum. Okay? That's where I want to be. I don't want to be here. I want to be there. And I'm crunching slightly. Okay? Good.